Hello out there, it's Joe again, and yeah, about this food thing, this food insecurity. They've been pushing it on the news and saying it. Now all of a sudden, Biden himself has said it, and this is what we're headed towards is like a food insecurity problem. And well, they're just rehashing everything, and they're going to what you'll have on the shelves is what they want you to have on the shelves, not what you want or what you're looking for or what you've been accustomed to having. This is a whole new America that's coming, and people, you will eat what they have for you, and that's it. You'll have to like it, and you'll have to do it, and there's nothing you can do about it. They will have chemicals in them. They will be they will have certain chemicals that cause certain things that they want, that their scientists are working on, that they see results in their studies and stuff, and what do certain things. And they'll have certain chemicals. They'll have their GMOs. They'll have all their crops, the GMO crops. They'll have they're even going to have GMO bugs that are specifically designed for different things, like the mosquitoes. They were trying to get rid of certain bad mosquitoes, and there's talk about genetically modified birds they have, or which are actually like they even have like fake metal birds that fly around, and they the birds can't tell that they're fake, and they follow them around and stuff like a real bird. They have they're bringing out like just different bugs that are electronic little nano bugs and stuff. And our technology is increasing, and like it or not, we're going to be dragged into this new technology, and it's going to affect us big time. There's so many things we don't know about. I, for one, refuse to give into the GMOs and the possible burger and everything. I'm not going to be eating that. I might try it once, see what it's like, but that's about it. I mean, and then you could go even further in the future where if food gets really bad, we will be doing what they're already doing, and they're already making. Like, it's disgusting, but they're making like milk out of dead crickets. They call it cricket milk. And this will be like going back to like old times when, like, you know the serfs and the lower class people, you'd eat whatever you could find, scraps in the trash that people throw out, and the leftovers and stuff, and you eat what you can, and you get what you can, and you steal, and you get whatever you can to eat, because when you can't eat, believe me, it's not going to be good. And you won't have much choices. You'll have what they give you, and it's all going to be genetically modified. Now, all this scenario and all this scarcity and everything, um, it's all planned out this way to get us thinking in a different way, where we're not going to be America, where we're going to have choice, and we're going to have what we want when we want, like we've always had. Get ready, America, to start having what you don't want, and not getting what you want all the time, like a little spoiled brat that's had everything you want handed to you, more or less, and you don't have to work as hard as other people in other countries to get these things, because in America, there's certain ways to get around the system, and there's a lot of people doing it. And you're just not going to have what you want. You're not going to be able to buy what you want every time you want. I'm sorry. Get used to it. I don't care how rich you are, and there's going to be limits on what you can have, and there's going to be limits on everything. I mean, there's just it's all this stuff's going to be ushered in with 5G and all the satellites that are going to be put up. This is all to communicate things. You got Ukraine, which all the stuff we're involved with, they don't even have their own satellites. They're piggybacking off of our satellites and stuff. So I mean, this is all just a complete like disaster waiting to happen, pretty much. And when all the power goes out and the internet goes out and everything, then we'll see what's real. It's gonna be like a Walking Dead, Mad Max, post-apocalyptic war society where people will be legit fighting you and killing you just for scraps of food and water, and your paper money is not going to matter. You might even have to switch over. Well, we're definitely going to go to a cashless society, and then cryptocurrency and stuff and different things. You're going to have a lot of shady stuff going on. So they're going to have different things. They're going to control everything we eat. They're going to know everything about us. Surveillance is going through the roof with the surveillance society and the smart cities and all this stuff with 5G, and everything's going to be connected to the smart. They call it well, it's a smart grid, and they got to have all this updated so they can do it. And you're going to have smart cities. You're going to have the Internet of Things, as they call it, which in the future, who knows how far away we are from that. They even talk about the humans are the platform that can be hacked into. They're talking about this now and how they can do it. They can hack into the human body, and they can do things. They can, that we're not a protected species from this stuff happening. They're going to do it to everybody. They're going to technology is going to seep into us until we're essentially cyborgs and we're cybernetic. You have a problem with your arm, they'll get you a cybernetic arm. Problem with your leg, you'll get a cybernetic leg. Maybe you'll eventually have a cybernetic lung, or like a iron lung type thing, like a real iron lung thing, or a heart, or who knows what they'll have. They're gonna have they already have pacemakers and different little things controlling people. And so yeah, we're going to have food shortages. Things are going to get worse. The Bible says the storms, the animal die-offs, the famine, the floods, all this stuff is happening, people. The earthquakes, the stuff that's happening up in the sky with all the sun flares coming down, and the comets and the asteroids and the everything, the signs and wonders, and there are going to be signs and wonders. All right, now we're finding out new things every day about the world around us and how everything works, and basically how we work. And with the James Webb satellite, they just had a big picture from supposedly this thing takes pictures with all these it has a bunch of mirrors and stuff, and it's just the most sophisticated telescope. It's a telescope, James Webb telescope. It looks into supposedly the past, our past. They're trying to look into the Big Bang and trying to figure out. I don't know how it does it, but it does it somehow, I guess. But what they had, an image of basically like a big light and lights surrounding it. Well, when you die, you see bright lights and different things. Well, is this extension of that, the things that we're seeing with the James Webb, the lights and the hosts, as they're called, the hosts of the universe, the host, God's hosts, and which stars and planets and stuff and different things. Well, it's it's getting people to think. The light is very important. Let there be light. God said, "Let there be light." Divided the day from the night and all that in the Bible stories. And but yeah, but basically yeah, this is all been perfectly planned out, or maybe not so perfectly, but it's working out perfectly for the rich people and stuff. They're getting a lot more money now. They've controlled us more. They got us thinking a certain way, and they got us right where they want us. So we will eat what they give us, and that's our choices. We won't have choice. You won't have choice. You're gonna eat what's there, and you're gonna buy what's there, and you're just like with the pushing the electricity thing. Everything want to go electric now. Well, that's an old technology. All of a sudden, we're starting to think about this. I mean, humans are just so stupid. All right, we should have been thinking about this a long time ago. Complete morons. But all this stress on the electric with the electric cars and everything is going to cause a big problem on the electric grid. If that's, and I know that is being updated somewhat, but it's gotta, you gotta just, we gotta, if we're gonna do this, it'll be an electric society, then you gotta just go right out and do it. You gotta go all guns blazing. Now, um, yeah, if we're gonna do all that, and they should have a government program. I was talking to my wife about this, Cheryl, and she had a great way of saying it. Was you have a you bring in your car, your fossil fuel gas powered car. They should have a program where it's changed over to an electric system, and you just bring in your, why not just bring in your existing car, do a conversion. That was the word she used. Thank you, Cheryl. Conversion to an electric. So you bring in your car, you just convert it to an electric, and then you just pay for that. Why instead of trashing all these cars and wasting all this progress, why not utilize what we already have? Rehash the fossil fuel gas vehicles, because everybody wants to go in 2030. A lot of places, I think Massachusetts is one of the ones that said yes, by 2030 we want to be done with fossil fuels. So I don't know what to say. I mean, if we're gonna do this stuff, it's time to start. Like, I know they're just like rushing, and they like to rush things through and not. And they don't care whether you like it or not. It's just boom. There's the new thing we're doing, and there's the new crisis, and this night crisis, and we have this crisis coming, and blah blah blah, and you should be all scared. And no, I'm not going to be scared. I take it one day at a time. Take one of your freaking crises at once, and I'll think about it, and I'll deduct it in my mind and say, all right, well, maybe this is the way they say somewhat, but we don't have the whole story. They're not going to tell you everything. They can't tell you everything. So that's just the way it is. So just get some, shelf life food, some long shelf life food. Go find some good food and water, and stock up on things, because you're going to need it. And be careful, be strong, and be ready for absolutely, and I can't stress this enough, absolutely anything, from nuclear war to alien invasions to just wars in the streets. People are getting irritated with the gas prices and stuff. They're driving like maniacs. I wouldn't doubt if some of these maniacs just start friggin' causing violence and just fighting with people and breaking into their cars and just beating the hell out of them and taking what's out of their cars, just leaving them there for dead. You don't know what they're going to do. These people are insane, and they're pushing and people, and people are, out of work, and they're doing this and doing that. They're up to their eyeballs in this stuff. They don't want to. They're just gonna do what they have to do to survive. Okay, and the government can say what they want, but in the shadows and in the streets, people do what they want, and they live by a morality of the street, not your government and what your laws are telling people to do. They take the law into their own hands and do what they need to do to survive and to do what they need to do. And they ignore the BS that's coming from the government or different organizations. So, discernment in the Bible, a big word. Use that, because discernment is something that we're losing. We can't discern things for ourselves and decipher it and figure it out and use our brain. We take recycled information and we jump onto that and we do what's cool and follow other people. No. Set yourself apart, be holy, because holy means to be set apart. Set apart from all the madness and the crap that the world throws at you, because Satan owns the world, as the Bible says too. But we are custodians of the world, of this planet. That's why it says you will till the ground and all that. It's not just working like landscaping and farming. You will be taking care of this planet. We're just here to take care of the planet. Keep it going. We die. Who knows what happens? We go on. Maybe we're reincarnated, whatever. But just worry about the now, and you can theorize and worry about the later too. I do, believe me, I do a lot. But think about, but history can be changed, and it doesn't take long to change history books, and people can be hoodwinked and sold a bunch of goods that just that don't work. So just be careful. Main point. And you're not going to have as many products and foods available and stuff, and just everything. It's just going to be trimmed down. It's going to be a trimmed down society. You're going to have less choices, and you just got to go with it. And when the human race moves in certain directions, believe me, don't fight it. Just you move along with it. God will understand. God knows that you're just going with the sheep because you have to. Because, if you speak up too much, you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, people get all mad at you. You might end up in jail or in trouble or worse. So just get some of that emergency food, stock up, get some water and stuff, figure out purification system, whatever you have to do, and get it all squared away. And I have to do the same. And you just wait for the next thing, and you enjoy your life as you can. And that's it. That's the end of story. So again, thanks a lot. And and with the they're gonna push the GMOs and everything, and that's what we'll be eating. It's all gonna be lab type meats, and everything is gonna come from a lab eventually, and that's just the way it is. And technology just is technology. And then they can say, oh well, we don't have to kill animals anymore, and the ground will be better, and the earth will be protected, and we can grow these things in a lab, and we can grow animal. Well, that's great, but if that's not the way it was meant to be, there's going to be side effects in that process that we don't know about when we're tinkering with nature, God's plan of things. He has a reason. We don't understand these things, but he has reasons why animals have certain products and nutrition in them and stuff, and we how our bodies take it in. And when you start tinkering and messing with the process, you get unintentional results and side effects. So just get ready for that. Just first of all, avoid it. Read your labels. Start reading your labels, and just think about what you're doing, and don't let them recycle your stuff, and take a little extra time. You can make an impact, and you can and not go along with the populace. And you just do you, and you do what you think you should do, and you stand firm, and you say no when you need to say no, and you say yes, I will do this when you need to say yes, or when you want to say yes. So that's it. Everybody be safe again. And I'm going to sign off, and just think about all these things, because this is the future. This is the things we have to worry about. All these things that we didn't have to worry about, these are going to become the important things: the water, the food, the air, quality, the the earthquakes, the die-offs, the disease, all the stuff that's mentioned in the apocalypse, and towards the end times, as they call it. Well, it could all be in our minds too, in our imaginations. We've seen a lot in TV, and we've been programmed. So there's always that. But either way, it's like, what do you have to lose to believe in a God? Now, you should really believe in a God, but it's like that argument. What do you have to lose by believing in God? Well, you don't have anything to lose if you really think, and if you could have the faith of the grain of a mustard seed, as it says, the smallest seed, and you can still, God will listen to you, and God will uh, help you understand and renew your mind. You keep renewing your mind, and you just get smarter, and you figure things out, and you're like, no, I'm not going to do what they say. No, I'm not going to believe this new meme that they're putting out. And no, I'm not going to believe in this new cause. And no, I'm not giving my energy, my hard-earned energy, my energy, which I only have a certain amount of, to your crap. Okay? So that's the bottom line. Not going to deal with it. So God bless everybody, and just use your God-given powers, and you are a divine creature. You are so important in the scheme of things, not in the scheme of the total scheme, but in your little microcosm. You're important, and don't give up hope. The world will always be crashing and crisis around you, and there will be homelessness and famine and killing and dying and wars and rumors of wars, and there's nothing. You can't worry about every little thing in the world. I'm sorry, you cannot. And you have to worry about yourself first. And a lot of people like myself, I spent a lot of years growing up worrying about being accepted and how the other person feels. Well, it's time to start worrying about ourselves, because it's just like, you could sit there and help everybody else, but then what did you do for yourself? So this is a little long-winded, but I feel like I had to kind of explain a little more about some stuff. And so thanks for watching again, and hope everybody's doing good, and God bless, and have a great day, and keep your head up. Peace.